What's going on to you, Taurus? So you have the Ace of Swords, the Page of Cups, and you have the Two of Wands. So what is there to be said? Look, you, Taurus, your minds are a lot more sharper. You are very much so aware of what you want, and you are aware of the games that are played, and you know how to stay away from the games, right? Your mind is very sharp. You understand social skills as well. You understand how to speak to people, right? Dating is simple, but it's complicated. It's simple, but yet it's complicated in the sense that you have to know social skills. You have to know how to talk to people. You have to know how to stay away from the games. You have to know what it looks like when somebody is wasting your time. You have to know these things. You do. You do, because the Page of Cups and the Two of Wands represents, because when you spend a lot of time wasting your let's get into it, right? Let's get into it while we here. Because when you spend a lot of your time not knowing what you should be looking out for, you're going to get caught up. I've been caught up a lot. And like I said before, I've learned from my mistakes. And one of the things that I've learned is that when it comes to like really finding out the contents of a person, you really just have to be straightforward with the person. If the person is trying to play games with you, they don't want to yield. They don't want to yield. They don't want to do anything for you because they have this delusion of grandeur that they don't have to do anything for you. And you, Taurus, are just supposed to just take it. Take the deal. No matter how bad the deal is, you're supposed to just take it. Just be like, oh, okay, I'll accept it. You as Taurus don't have to get anything. You don't have to get respect. You don't even have to get decency or respect as a human being. And you still will take someone up and be in a relationship with them. So when you fail a lot, right? Because one of my subscribers will ask me stuff like this, right? Like, shout outs to Andrea, by the way. She knows who she is. Shout outs to Andrea. She'll ask things in the comment section like, and I know how to find out that, yeah, because I failed a lot. And part of the reason why I failed is because I thought that it was a very turning kind of time period for me where I got into the dating game basically already seeing my mom and my sisters work without really having to depend or really ask people for anything, right? So like I know what it's like where both sides are actually putting in work, because my brother worked. I had 3 jobs when I was a senior in high school. So it's like, it just made things really easy for me. You know, it just made things exceedingly very easy for me. But then I went through a little bit of a time period where I was like, okay, I'll try things other people's ways because other people seem to be getting dates. And that didn't work for me either. And one thing that I realized is not being myself and caving into the mercy of what other people wanted really didn't get me anywhere that I really wanted. It would just get me used. So I started to understand, Taurus, how to be able to actually listen to when someone is trying to get over on me just from experience. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people who are trying to get over on you, Taurus, they don't want to yield anything. They're trifling. They're good for nothing. They don't want to do anything. They don't even want to do little things. They don't even want to tell you that you're handsome. They don't want to tell you that you're attractive, beautiful. They don't want to do anything. They want to give you nothing. They want you to just pay for them and just do whatever. So the 8 of Cups now and the 4 of Wands is about how that's not gonna fly though. And you, Taurus, realize that it's not gonna fly. You can't be in a relationship like this where someone just literally takes advantage of you and they literally don't yield. They don't do anything. They don't give you compliments, don't take you out on dates. don't call you. There's literally no effort. And yet you, Taurus, are expected to do everything. That doesn't work. You know, the shaming doesn't work either. Because that's another thing too that I've learned from coming up myself, that I'm teaching you, Taurus, is the shaming. I've had countless of people tell me that I don't deserve to have anybody because I'm low class. And I'm like, wow. And some of these people were grown-ups telling me this. I'm low class and all this other type of nonsense. Meanwhile, I have no intention on hurting anybody. I just want someone that's good for me, you know what I'm saying, as I figure out who I am. And I just want somebody that I can actually be in a relationship with and grow with her, you know? And I got called all kind of names by grown-ups, teenagers around or at my age, just all kind of crazy stuff. Games played, mind games being played. I got stood up a lot of times, curved, dubbed, and a lot of it was unnecessary. A lot of it was unnecessary. It's just inconsistent. And that's what it is that I be trying to say. Like, this type of inconsistency for you, Taurus, it just can't work, because you, Taurus, you understand how inconsistent a lot of people are. At the end of the day, Taurus, it really comes down to, if they want a relationship, then they're going to be on their best behavior, right? Like, people who have to constantly be taught how to have someone else in mind and why they shouldn't do these things is because it will hurt the person that they're going out with. Those are not people that are really meant to be taken seriously for a relationship anyway. Because why does a person has to, like, these are things that are, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that are common sense. Like, if I'm going out with somebody, right? This is common sense now. I don't care if your parents didn't teach anybody anything. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if a person's parents did not teach them anything, Taurus. A lot of this stuff is common sense. And if common sense fails, right, just letting it marinate and having a person figure out the differences between the right moves to make and the wrong moves to make. And if common sense, my dear Taurus, doesn't work, you can always just go Google it or go to YouTube and find out if it's a good idea. You got too many people out here who act like playing games with y'all is gonna be the move to make, and it's just not. You, Taurus, know too much. You have way too much wisdom now to fall for that. So now it's like a person legitimately. Let's move on. Legitimately, the World and the Two of Pentacles, they have to show you. What I'm about to say is going to be profound. And then you have the World, the Two of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. This is going to be profound. They have to legitimately show you why it's worth your time to actually get to know them. Because let me explain something to you, Taurus. Anybody who has been the good person on both sides, regardless of whatever you're into, and you've been learning from your mistakes, and you've got something to offer, loyalty, love, responsibility, money, fun, you've got something to offer, right? People who play games with y'all are really lucky. And I'm being serious with this because I really want you, Taurus, to really feel me on this one. People who be playing games with anybody, Taurus, whatever zodiac sign, are really lucky to have anybody who's serious about life, who's going somewhere, be interested in them. Because those individuals that you're getting to know, they have to show you why they would be valuable to you. Not just you showing them why you would be valuable to them. It has to be a two-way street. Because the world and the Two of Pentacles represents you're not putting yourself behind the 8 ball to be knocking on someone's door in the middle of the night crying, talking about why they should give you a chance. That's not what you're doing. And people who think that that's what you're doing are factually delusional. They're trifling. So the 8 of Pentacles represents, and the reason why is because, number one, you Taurus are good by yourselves. Y'all are good as single people. So the person has to show you why being with them would be better than just being single. And if that person can't really show you any kind of value, you Taurus have no problem being single and handling y'all business on y'all own. Y'all been doing it already. So the thing is that the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Cups represents your value as Taurus. Again, really, a lot of people are not going to be able to actually be good for it and cash that in. The 10 of Swords and the 10 of Cups really speaks to how you Taurus are really at a time where you're finding out very freaking quickly. A lot of people, like I said before, are trifling. They be fronting like they have all this value, and they don't. They put on a good impression in the first time or the first 2 times, but when you find out something about them, you see the holes are in their game, holes that are in their ship. You do. They don't be taking care of themselves. But then they have all this attitude. They want you, Taurus, to pay for them. All these crazy expectations, these delusional, unrealistic expectations. You, Taurus, try to, because you know that you're not going to be able to do all these crazy expectations. Not because you're financially incapable of doing it, but because you're unprepared. You barely know this person, and this person is ambushing you with this like imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like they're ambushing you with these crazy requests. Like imagine you just now getting to know somebody, and the person's telling you, "Yo, let's go skydiving." For the first date, you gonna risk, let me not even go there. You finna risk your stuff like that? You finna take a risk like that on the first date? You know how much them skydiving tickets cost? I know, because I'm going to go skydiving at one point. I was supposed to go, and I would have done it. But the only reason why is because my sister was the one paying, and she decided she didn't want to pay for me. But I would have been the first one on and off the plane. Them skydiving tickets, especially in New York City, from what I find, is $300, no refund, plus. That's no different than a whole steak dinner at Ruth Chris and all these steak 48s and all these fancy old restaurants that people got the name to, but a lot of them don't even know what gourmet steak is like. Imagine if somebody said that to you. That sounds crazy. But then they can't provide anything to you, Taurus. That's a dub. They gotta come with it. They gotta show you, because you Taurus, they gotta show you why being in a relationship with them is more advantageous to you than just being single, because you Taurus got a lot going on for you, single. Let's clarify the 10 of Swords. Matter of fact, let's clarify the 10 of Cups. Four of Swords, Ten of Wands, the Hangman, Star card, Eight of Cups. Yeah, because if you don't get anything that goes your way, you'll just leave. Because you've been down this road before and you know that there's nothing for you down this road, just a bunch of empty promises. So you, Taurus, know good and well that you can't stick around when somebody can't show you value immediately. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe.